Jeddah, also spelled Jeddah, Jeddah, or Jeddah, city and major port in central Hejaz region, western Saudi Arabia. It lies along the Red Sea west of Makkah. The principal importance of Jeddah in history is that it constituted the port of Makkah and was thus the site where the majority of Muslim pilgrims landed while journeying to the holy cities of Makkah and Medina. The city in fact owes its commercial foundations to Caliph Uthman, who in 646 made it the port for Muslim pilgrims crossing the Red Sea. In 1916 Jeddah and its Turkish garrisons surrendered to British forces. It then formed part of the Kingdom of the Hejaz until 1925, when it was captured by Ibn Saud. In the 1927 Treaty of Jeddah the British recognized Saudi sovereignty over the Hejaz and Najd regions. Jeddah eventually was incorporated into Saudi Arabia. In 1947 the city walls were demolished, and rapid expansion followed. The city takes its name, which means ancestress, or grandmother, from the location there of the reputed tomb of Eve, which was destroyed in 1928 by the Saudi government whose Wahhabi leanings taught that it encouraged shirk, idolatry. After World War II, Jeddah was completely modernized and expanded with the new wealth acquired by Saudi Arabia from oil royalties. Its harbor was deepened and enlarged to accommodate large vessels, and a desalinization plant was constructed in the early 1970s, thought to be the largest in the world at its completion. The city's economy, once dependent on pilgrim expenditures and fishing, was diversified to include steel rolling mills, oil refineries, and the manufacture of cement, clothing, and pottery. Other activities include cattle raising and dairying and many small industries. One of Saudi Arabia's largest cities and busiest seaports, Jeddah was the diplomatic capital of the country and the location of the Saudi Ministry of Foreign Affairs and of the embassies and missions of foreign governments before these were all transferred to the Saudi capital of Riyadh in the mid-1980s. Advanced education in economics and administration is offered by King Abdul Aziz University, founded in 1967. Jeddah is served by highways to Makkah and Medina and by King Abdul Aziz International Airport. Pop. 2010, 3,430,697. Ajaz. Home. Geography and travel. Geographic regions. Geography and travel. Hejaz. Region. Saudi Arabia. Also known as Al-Hijaz, Hijaz. Written and fact-checked by. Last updated. Article history. Makkah. Saudi Arabia. Makkah, Saudi Arabia. Hejaz, Hejaz. Hejaz, also spelled Hijaz, Arabic Al-Hijaz, region of western Saudi Arabia, along the mountainous Red Sea coast of the Arabian Peninsula from Jordan on the north to Asir region on the south. The northern part of the province was occupied as early as the 6th century BCE, when the Chaldean kings of Babylon maintained Tamar as a summer capital. Later the Hejaz became a part of the Nabatean kingdom, 100 BCE 200 say, the center of which was Madain Saleh. The province was again under control of Baghdad until 1258, when it fell to the Egyptians. In 1517 it was occupied by the Turks. Nominal rule, however, remained in the hands of the Sharifs, nobles, of Makkah until the religious upheavals at the beginning of the 19th century, when the holy cities were raided by the fundamentalist Wahhabi Muslims. The Ottomans directly controlled the Hejaz after 1845 and built, 1908, the Damascus-Medina Railroad to unify their domain. In 1916, during World War I, Sharif Hussein ibn Ali, who claimed lineal descent from the Prophet Muhammad, revolted against Turkish rule, destroyed the railroad, and proclaimed himself the king of Hejaz. Hussein's reign ended in 1924, when he abdicated in the face of a Wahhabi invasion, and in 1925 his son and successor, Ali, also abdicated and left the country. Ibn Saud, the Sultan of Najd, assumed the title King of Hejaz in 1926, and in 1932 Hejaz, Najd, and other districts under his control were united to form the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The economy of the region, once dependent on gold mining, is now based on pilgrimage spending, light industries particularly at Jeddah, commerce, a limited agricultural production of dates and cereals, and the wealth generated from the oil deposits of eastern Arabia. In addition to the two holy cities of Makkah and Medina, the principal centers are Jeddah, the largest Red Sea port, Al-Taif, a summer resort, and Yanbu, Medina's port.